Hello everybody, I hope you're doing well today. It is hard to believe that we are already halfway through 2018 and we are steamrolling right along, and fall and winter will be here before we know it. I hope you all had a fabulous June. I hope you're also staying cool or trying to stay as cool as possible. We were having very hot temperatures here in North Carolina, and I am definitely dreaming of cooler fall temperatures. Today I have my June 2018 candle and wax empties to share with you. It has been a fabulous smelling month. My theme for June for the wax melts was lemon and blackberry. Let me know in the comments below what you've been melting and burning this month. Are you currently still burning summer scents? Are you already ready for fall and starting to transition into fall scents? I know a lot of people do that pretty early on in the season. As with all of my empties videos, I will start with the random bits, the hand soaps, and then I'll move into the wax melts and then into the candles. If you're only here for the wax melts or the candles, I will leave the timestamps below so you can click on the timestamp and it will take you directly to that portion of the video. If you're interested in hearing about what I melted and burned this month, let's get started. The first thing I finished this month is this Bath & Body Works Sleep Aromatherapy Nighttime Tea Body Lotion. Apologies for the glare. I absolutely love this scent. I am really sad that they've discontinued it. I'm hoping that in the future sometime they'll bring it back because it's such a lovely scent. Luckily I do have another lotion and a shower gel left, but hopefully they'll bring this scent back because it's just fabulous. I finished 3 hand soaps this month. The first one I finished is Linen and Lavender. Y'all have seen this many times in my empties videos. I love this scent. I love the packaging. This is my perfect kitchen soap. I was able to find a couple more at semi-annual sale, which I was really excited about. It's just a really clean, fresh, slightly herbal lavender. It's, again, just perfect for the kitchen, and I love it. So I do have several more of these, so you'll probably see this again in an empties video. We finished a hand soap in Sun Ripened Raspberry, or I should say my grandmother finished this more so. I had this in the bathroom that she was using. This scent is so nostalgic for me. As soon as I smell it, it takes me back to middle school and early high school. This, I guess, was my sort of signature scent. I did use a lot of their other body care like Cucumber Melon, Cotton Blossom, Freesia, all of those, but this one I think is the one that I use the most, and I love it. In fact, when they brought this back out several years ago, friends from middle school actually like tagged me in the post saying, oh, this is your scent. When I smell this, I think of you. So I guess I wore it a lot more than I thought I did. But anyway, it is fruity, musky, just a very distinct smell. I don't know if I smelled it now, I would love it as much as I do. Because it has those memories attached to it, I really just love it. So this was a really good one. And the last hand soap I finished is this Vanilla and Avocado Nourishing Avocado Butter Hand Soap. I don't think avocado really has a smell in nature, but this sort of had a greenness to it, which I guess you could interpret as avocado. There was also like a citrusy quality to it. A little bit earthy as well. It was nice. I do prefer these nourishing or deep cleansing hand soaps much more than the foaming hand soap because the foaming hand soaps tend to dry out my hands a little bit more. I probably wouldn't repurchase this scent unless I found it for a really good sale, but I would repurchase the nourishing hand soap. Alrighty, I'm going to move right along into the wax melts. There are 3 melts that I want to talk about that I didn't quite finish, but I used and loved this month. The first one is Destination Wax Lemon Peppercorn. This one is a lush, rich mixture of black peppercorns, warm spices, and lemon. This is such a unique lemon scent. It is not your typical lemon scent. I think at one point I said this is one of the best lemon scents I ever smelled, and I do still stand by that because it's just so different. It's not lemon pledge, clean lemon, it's not fresh lemon, it's not bakery lemon. It is sophisticated, conceptual lemon. It's probably the best way that I can describe that. It almost lends itself to be like a fall lemon because of the spices and sort of the earthiness. There's also this sort of exotic quality. If you like her Blackberry and Bay, Vanilla Anise, it doesn't smell like either one of those, but if you like those types of scents, I think you'd really like Lemon Peppercorn. To me, lemon isn't a comforting scent. It's tart, it's clean, it's fresh, it's yummy, but it's not normally comforting. But this scent, something about it is very comforting to me. So really nice one, highly recommended. I know it's outside of the box, it's not your typical lemon scent, but like I said, if you like Vanilla Anise, Blackberry and Bay, those types of scents, give this one a try. It's really good and I highly recommend it. The other thing I wanted to mention is you can see that the date here is April 19th, 2017. There had been some rumblings or chatterings, I should say, that I've seen that I think a couple people had mentioned that her wax degrades after a year or doesn't hold its scent. I can say that's absolutely not the truth in my experience. I can't say that someone else's experiences wasn't authentic, but in my experience, having melted tons and tons of her wax, that's not the case. This scent is over a year old and it is performing just as good as I got it from day one. In fact, I might even say the throw is a little bit better. I know with softer wax it does tend to degrade a lot of times, but hers is fantastic and I've not had any issues with it. I'll use another example, Cape Cod Coast of hers. I've had that for over a year. And when I first melted it, it was really light. When I melted it about a month ago, it was actually very strong. So that particular scent got better with age. I can't speak to every single scent, but for these scents that I've mentioned and a couple of more, I've had fantastic luck. And like I said, this is over a year old and it's great. The other scent that I didn't quite finish, but I was loving this month is Destination Wax Lemon Fresh. This is the perfect name for this scent. This is supposed to be similar to Lemon Sugar by Fresh, and I never had that perfume or cologne, but I have heard from a friend that it is very spot on. And fresh is the best way to describe this scent because it's not a clean lemon, it's not a bakery yummy lemon. It is very just fresh and almost sort of like unisex perfume. I could definitely see kind of wearing this as a summer scent. It's lemon, but it has a lot of other notes in it: bergamot, mandarin, orange blossom, ginger, and so you get this well-rounded, fresh scent. I would say pretty, but it's also kind of unisex, so just really, really nice. I also, there's a half a cube here because I mixed it with blackberry and that was really good as well. So this one I would definitely repurchase once I finish. Very nice. And the other scent that I melted but didn't quite finish, I have about a half a scent shot left, is her Blackberry Marmalade. This is sweet, jammy blackberry. No floral notes, no perfumed aspect to this, just straight up jammy blackberry, but it's not overly sweet. Like her blackberry fruit punch is super, super sweet. This one's not like this. This is, I think, my favorite just blackberry scent from her. It's really nice by itself, but it's also really nice. I blended a little bit with some lemon. I've mixed it with beach nights. It's just really nice, sort of very perfect blackberry jam kind of scent. Love it. All right, moving right along into the things I actually did finish. I finished this Yankee Candle Sicilian Lemon Easy Melt Cup. I've talked about this one before. A very tart lemon, but also slightly sweet. A strength and throw about a 7 in my centerpiece, and it did last for 2 rotations. I finished this Goose Creek Old Time Lemonade. This one is a pretty authentic lemonade scent. You definitely get the sweetness from the sugar that you would dump into a lemonade, but you also still get that tartness that you would expect from like a fresh lemon, and it does kind of make your mouth water a little bit. The strength and throw was about a 6.5, 7 for 2 of the triangles in my 20-watt hot plate warmer. The next melt I finished is Super Tarts Luna. This is lemon curd, French vanilla, and twilight. This was just an okay scent for me. The lemon curd and the vanilla were definitely dominant. I picked up some lavender. It wasn't twilight, like luscious twilight dupe, in my opinion. So I guess it was supposed to come across as sort of this lemon lavender type of scent, but it just, there was something about it that was a little off. It just didn't quite work for me. The strength and throw was about a 5.5 for 1 cube in the bulb warmer. I also tried it in my 20-watt hot plate warmer, and it was about the same strength and throw, so a little lighter than a lot of her scents. This one wouldn't be a repurchase for me. I finished Goose Creek's Blackberry Bourbon. This was a very, very dark purple. You can see here. It was a very dark purple wax, and any kind of black dye or really, really dark blue or dark purple dyes, I can actually smell the dye, and that smell sort of overpowered anything else in this scent for me. I did pick up somewhat of like a sweet blackberry kind of scent, but I just mainly picked up a lot of that dye, sort of plastic, kerosene kind of smell. It was just not that great. Didn't really care for this one. I did end up finishing it. The strength and throw is about a 5 for 2 triangles. Definitely wouldn't be a repurchase for me. I finished this Easy Melt Cup in Strawberry Lemon Ice. I've talked about the scent before. It's such a perfect strawberry lemonade, kind of sweet popsicle kind of vibe. Strength and throw was about a 4, so not the best, but I still love the scent enough that I would probably repurchase it. I finished this little cup in Wilma's shop, Blackberry. I know that she's changed her name now to Smell Good Shop, I think. This was a very nice, sweet, juicy blackberry scent. The scent itself was really nice, but the strength and throw was only about a 3 in my 20-watt hot plate warmer. I finished this clam of Barrett Wax Crafts Lavender and Toasted Marshmallow. I've mentioned his lavender several times before. Really love his lavender. It's so so good. This one is a sweet, creamy lavender. You definitely pick up a good bit of that toasted marshmallow. It comes together very well. It's a favorite of mine. The shrink and throw was about an 8 for 1 cube in my bulb warmer. I already have repurchased this one and I will continue to repurchase it. It's really nice. I finished this Kringle wax melt in Rosemary Lemon. I love their pictures, and I know I say this every time, but the matte finish of their labels is just so pretty. This one was an earthy lemon. That rosemary did come through, but it didn't really translate like as real, authentic rosemary. It came across just more of an herbal, kind of somewhat generic herbal note, I guess, but it was still a really nice scent. The bad thing about this is that it was very light. For half of the melt in my 20-watt hot plate warmer, it was only about a 2.5 strength and throw. Now, this is over a year old, so that may be affecting it, but I do have some other scents that are still performing well at that age, so I don't know. You expect lemon scents to be, you know, a bit stronger, but this one just wasn't. The scent was really nice, but I wish it was stronger. I finished this chunk bag in Rosegirls Summer Vibes. This is blue raspberry lemonade and strawberry daiquiri. I had picked this up last year, I think, in her pre-order. This one's a great scent. A sweet, summer, syrupy, fruity drink. Perfect for hot weather, perfect for the summer. Really, really nice one. The strength and throw was about a 7 for about half of a chunk, a little less than in my 20-watt hot plate warmer, and it was about a 7.5, maybe an 8 in my 24-watt hot plate warmer. So nice strength and throw. The downside of Rosegirls wax is, for me at least, the longevity of the scent just isn't there. This scent would only last about 4 hours, which I know this about her wax, so I'm prepared when I melt her wax to change it out, you know, midday and put something else on. But that is the one downside about her wax, but the scent itself was great and I really enjoyed it. I finished this Scent Shot cup in Empire Alchemy's Truly, Truly, Truly Outrageous. This is orange sherbet, lemon sugar, lemon rind, and sugar cookies. This is amazing. Absolutely yummy. So delicious. I really liked this on Cold Sniff when I first got the order. I had just placed a small order my first time with the vendor. This is so good. You get this orange sherbet creaminess with this lemon sugar cookie, and the orange doesn't get lost to the lemon. You really do pick up both the orange and the lemon, and it's such a nice combination. You get so many lemon bakery scents. That orange sherbet just adds something really nice to this lemon, and I really, really loved it. I would absolutely repurchase it. I looked on her website recently, but the scent was sold out, so whenever she brings it back, it's something I would definitely get again. The strength and throw was a 7 for half of the scent shot in my 20-watt hot plate warmer, and it lasted over 8 hours. Really enjoyed this scent, and like I already mentioned, I would repurchase it. Based on what I've melted so far from this vendor, I'm impressed. I finished this Destination Wax Blackberries and Vanilla. This is a sweet blackberry scent when you get some tart raspberry and you get sort of a musky note. So it has this sort of perfume body care kind of vibe. The strength and throw was about a 5 for half of the scent shot in my 24-watt hot plate warmer. For me, this is not the type of blackberry scent that I enjoy as much. I like just a more authentic, jammy blackberry, like her Blackberry Marmalade. So this one wouldn't be a repurchase for me. But if you like that sort of musky perfume type note, then I think you'd like this one. I finished the scent shot in Hayden Rose Lemon Basil. This is an earthy, herbal lemon scent. The basil comes across as this herbal note, and it goes really, really well with the lemon. A very, very nice scent. It's clean, but also has this earthy vibe to it. Really nicely blended. The strength and throw was about a 7 for half of the scent shot in my 24-watt hot plate warmer, and it lasted about 7 hours. I would repurchase this scent. I finished a clam in Super Tarts Mouse Ears. This is iced lemonade and sweet lollipops. This is a very, very tart lemonade scent with the sweet lollipops. Very, very strong scent. I think known to be very strong, very intense lemonade type of note. You have to really like that tart lemon scent to enjoy this. The strength and throw is about an 8.5, 9 for 1 cube in my 20-watt hot plate warmer, and it was about an 8 in the bulb warmer. I know a lot of people really, really love this scent, but for me, I'm not totally in love with it. I mean, it's okay, and it's really strong, but I don't know that I would actually repurchase this one. I finished this clam in the Bathing Gardens Cheshire Cat. This one is lemon meringue, vanilla, and raspberry icing, and I mostly got this sweet, creamy lemon scent with just a hint of the raspberry. I really, really like the scent on Cold Sniff, but it was actually a very light scent when it was melting, unfortunately. The strength and throw was only like a 3, 3.5 for 1 cube in my 20-watt hot plate warmer. And then I tried 2 cubes, and that did increase it to about a 5.5. So with 2 cubes on this one, it was more of a, you know, a little over medium strength and throw. So if you haven't melted it, I would recommend doing 2 cubes in a 20-watt hot plate warmer. You're going to get better results than just 1 cube. I have found with her wax that I do kind of have to play with it like that. Like I'll try 1 cube, if that doesn't work, and the next time I'll do 2 cubes. And sometimes I need 2 cubes of some of her scents. They're just a little bit lighter. But then I have other scents of hers. 1 cube is plenty. I like the scent, but I wish it was a bit stronger. I finished this melt in the Bathing Gardens Big Top Lemonade. This one is a sugary tart, like yellow lemon lemonade, but also it's mixed with that kind of pink strawberry lemonade. Really, really nice mixture of the sweet and the tart. It's like an almost 50-50 balance of the sweetness and then the tartness. Just really nice all around. The strength and throw is about a 7 for the shape in my 20-watt hot plate warmer, and I would repurchase this scent. I finished a clam in the Bathing Gardens Blackberry Jam and Lemon Curd. This scent actually was in my top 17 scents of 2017. This is Blackberry Lemon Tea. It is a favorite of mine. Just a really nice combination. The tea is a more subtle, but it does come out when it's melting. Just really well balanced, really nice scent. The strength and throw is about a 6.5-7 for 1 cube in my 20-watt hot plate warmer, and it lasts well over 9 hours. I've already repurchased this one, and I purchased the scrub in this scent because I like it so much. I finished this clam in the Super Tarts Puppy Paws. This is her mouse ear scent, the iced lemonade and sweet lollipops. But this one has black cherry in it, so it really comes across as a cherry lemonade. Just really a perfect cherry lemonade. The cherry slightly dominates the lemonade note, which is pretty surprising considering how strong that lemonade note is, but it's actually quite well balanced. I do prefer this scent over just plain mouse ears. That cherry just brings a little bit of extra sweetness, which I think the blend needs. Just like mouse ears, this one is strong. The strength and throw is about an 8, 8.5 for 1 cube in my 20-watt hot plate warmer. This scent I would repurchase. I finished a clam in Barrett Wax Craft Sunny Lemon. This is a very straightforward, clean lemon scent. It does smell like Lemon Pledge to me. Like this is one that it goes the way of Lemon Pledge. There's just there's no way around it. It doesn't have any sweetness. It doesn't have any kind of creaminess or bakeryness that kind of takes it away from that Lemon Pledge note. So this is a clean Lemon Pledge kind of scent. If you like that, then this one's for you. The strength and throw was great though. It was about a 7 for 1 cube in my bowl warmer. I finished a clam in Super Tarts Nova Prime. This is Bakery Shop Sweet Lemon Meringue and Blackberry Cream. Really, really like this scent. I get this creamy, sweet lemon bakery, and a good bit of that bakery does come through, and just hints of the blackberry. But the blackberry, when I get that, it adds like this sort of sweet tart kind of note. Really nice scent. It kind of comes across as this lemon blackberry cookie. It's really nice. The strength and throw is about a 6.5-7 for 1 cube in my 20-watt hot plate warmer. I think even if you're not a huge fan of bakery, I think you'd still like this one because the bakery, even though it's present, it doesn't dominate the scent. I finished this melt in Goose Creek's Blackberry Parfait. This is a perfumey blackberry, kind of musky. Even though this is called Blackberry Parfait, it does not come across as an edible blackberry scent or an edible scent at all. There's nothing really parfait about it. There's no like creaminess or yogurt note or any kind of ice creamy kind of note. It just comes across as this sort of perfumed blackberry. It kind of smells like you could wear it on your person, kind of a body care. Somewhat feminine kind of blackberry. Not my favorite type of blackberry scent. This one's just okay. The strength and throw was a 7 for 2 triangles in my 20-watt hot plate warmer. I would not personally repurchase this one. I finished this 4-pack coins of vintage chic scents Princess of Monaco. This one is lemon curd and marshmallow. I've had this one for over a year, but it was still not very strong at all. The strength and throw was about a 4 for half of a coin in my 20-watt hot plate warmer. And then I put like a half a coin in my 24-watt hot plate warmer, and it brought it up to like a 5, so it was sort of a medium throw. It was okay, but considering how long it's cured, I kind of wanted it to be a stronger scent. There's a lot of other similar kind of lemon curd, marshmallow type scents that I like more and are stronger. I finished this clam in Barrett Wax Craft's Warm Vanilla and Lavender. I was smoking a lot of lavender in the evenings this month and actually just kind of finishing up some of these clams. Again, I love his lavender. It is so, so good. This is a very distinctive vanilla versus the marshmallow, which the other scent that I talked about of his, which is like a fluffy toasted marshmallow. This is definitely a creamy vanilla that comes in. I like both scents for different reasons. Some of you might think, well, they smell the same. They're not. They're different. There are distinct differences to them. I like them both depending on my mood. Depends on which one I want to melt. Again, another really strong scent. Strength and throw is about an 8.5 for 1 cube in my bulb warmer. Just a fantastic lavender vanilla scent, and I will continue to repurchase this one. If you haven't yet tried Barrett Waxcraft's lavender and you like lavender scents, I do highly recommend them because they are just that good. More lavender this month. I finished ScentSationals Lavender and Rosemary. The herbal rosemary in this is actually slightly more dominant than the lavender, but it's very, very nice. It's a heavier type of scent. It's not masculine though, but there is sort of this heaviness, this sort of herbal heaviness that comes through, I think, because of the rosemary. Really nice for the nighttime though. I really actually enjoyed mixing this lavender and rosemary with Barrett Waxcraft's lavender vanilla that I just showed you. I mixed like 1 cube of that and 1 cube of this. This one was about an 8.5 for 1 cube in my bulb warmer or my 20-watt hot plate warmers. I like this scent enough that I probably would get it again. I finished this Goose Creek Melt in Superfruit Acai. This one is a sweet, dark berry scent. A very dark red fruit. Think of your pomegranate, your raspberry, sort of a mixture of those. There's a little bit of a tartness of this. It's actually really, really nice. There is sort of this jammy kind of note that you get, that sort of jammy sweetness. The strength was about a 7 and the throw was about a 6 for 2 triangles in my 20-watt hot plate warmer. I probably would pick this one up again. It was really nice mixed berry jam scent. I finished this 8-pack block in Destination Wax Lavender Cookie. Destination Wax also has this amazing lavender, which I absolutely love. It's a sort of herbal, maybe slightly floral-ish lavender, and you mix it with the sugar cookie. It's a really, really nice blend. More lavender than the cookie in this particular blend. The strength and throw is about a 6.5 for 1 of the blocks in my 20-watt hot plate warmer, and her scents last like well over 8 hours. Definitely will be repurchasing this one. I'm out of it, and I should have got more in the pre-order, but I didn't. I do have some of her other lavenders to get me through though, but really recommend this one. It's really wonderful. I finished this Yankee Candle Strawberry Lemon Ice and these fragranced wax melts, so I picked this up at Walmart. Kevin had talked about these melts in one of his videos, and so when I was in Walmart, which I don't actually go there very often, I did look for them and found them, and I thought, well, let me give them a try. This is a great scent, as I've already mentioned in this video. A strawberry lemonade kind of popsicle vibe from this. The strength and throw of this was a 7 for 1.5 cubes in my 20-watt hot plate warmer. So, and I did try 1 cube, and the strength and throw was a little bit less. So I don't think that you need 2 of these cubes, but for my particular space, very open concept, large ceilings, 1.5 worked better for me than just 1 of this particular scent. I did enjoy it, and I would repurchase this form. These are about $4 a piece. I wish they were about $3.50, to be honest. Like, I don't know why, but 4 just seems like a little high for this. I don't know why. And there's a lot of kind of bulky plastic here, which I feel like is a little bit unnecessary. Like, I feel like they could, you know, that's just a lot of waste. I feel like they could reduce that plastic, and maybe that would help cut some of the costs. But anyway, happy to have it though, because this is a scent that I really love, but I don't really get much luck with the candle, or even the Easy Melt Cup is pretty light. So to have this and be able to smell the scent better makes me happy. So right now, the scents that they have are some of their more popular standard scents, but I don't know, if these sell well, maybe we'll see a lot of their other scents. Love to see some of the fall scents in this form. That would be really cool. But if you haven't tried them yet, give them a try, because I was impressed with it. I finished this clam in Barrett Waxcraft's Lemon Mousse, and this is a sweet, creamy lemon vanilla scent. It's not really bakery. It definitely is more on like the edible kind of lemon, but there's no like cupcake or any kind of sugar cookie, but it is a creamy, sweet lemon vanilla. Very nice. I definitely prefer this over his Sunny Lemon. The strength and throw of this is about a 7 for 1 cube in my bulb warmer. I finished this chunk bag in Sassy Girl Aroma's Montego Bay. This is Beach Nights and Blackberry. This was in a bakery bag, but I transferred all my bakery bags to these poly bags just so the scent would last longer. Her Beach Nights is an exact dupe of Bath & Body Works Beach Night Summer Marshmallow, and then you add this really nice sweet creamy blackberry. Very, very nice combination. I would say there's a bit more of the Beach Nights and the blackberry, but it's fairly balanced, and the blackberry is still very present. The strength and throw is about a 7.5, 8 for about half of a chunk in my 24-watt hot plate warmer, but it only lasts about 5 to 6 hours, and that is pretty typical in my experience for Sassy Girl Aroma. that her wax is strong, similar to Rosegirls, but it doesn't have the longevity that I would like. But I know that about her wax, so I know when I put it in, I'll have to change it out a little sooner than I would other wax. But if you like Beach Nights and you like Blackberry, I think you'd like this combination. It's really nice. I finished this Chantilly Shatter Bag in Vintage Chic Scents, The Spirit of Bob Hope. I think I've talked about this on my channel a lot. It's strawberry rhubarb pie and chantilly cream. Again, this was in a bakery bag and I rebagged it into my own poly bag. I absolutely love, love, love this scent. It's just a creamy, sweet strawberry, but that rhubarb adds this really nice tartness to it that I just absolutely love. It's great on its own, but it's also a great blender scent. I really love to see like an entire 12 rose sampler of this scent. She did bring out a quartet with 4 different scents, but I would love to see like a whole 12 pack. Like mix it with some other strawberries, get creative with it, because it's just such a good strawberry in my opinion. I melted this on its own. I blended this with so many different things. I blended it with other Vintage Chic Scents strawberry scents. I blended it with like other vendors stuff, lemon this month, and it's just been wonderful. The strength and throw is about a 7 for just a small piece. It doesn't even take very much in my 20-watt hot plate warmer, and of course I would definitely repurchase this one. I highly, highly recommend this scent. I finished this clam in Super Tarts Chrissy's Remains. This is her Jaw scent mixed with cotton candy. This is a slightly sweeter version of her Jaw scent. Like you get, the cotton candy gives it this slight sweetness, but essentially it's the same as her Jaw scent. There's really not that much difference. The strength and throw is about a 7.5 for 1 cube in my bowl warmer. I finished this little souffle cup in Mandala Melts Coconut Lime Verbena. This was sent to me by a friend in Canada. I had never tried their melts before. This scent was just okay. Like this scent's always been kind of iffy with me. Sometimes I like it, sometimes I don't. The throw of this wasn't the best though. I put it in my 24-watt hot plate warmer, the entire little cup, and it was only about a 3. So maybe the warmer was too hot. I'm not going to give up on this vendor. I do have some other things to try, but for this particular scent, it just, maybe the warmer was too hot. I finished this little cup in Wilma's Lavender Pear. This one is more pear than the lavender, but both notes are present. You get a lot of sweetness from the pear. It's actually a really nice blend. I really like the scent, and it was quite strong. The strength and throw is about a 6.5. I used it in my Scentsy Accord warmer, the one that has 3 dishes. It did really well. Okie dokie. I am overall quite happy with the candles that I got through this month. The first candle that I finished this month is Bath & Body Works Pink Pineapple. The notes are fresh pineapple, sugared berries, and lemon zest. This was berries, grapefruit, and pineapple. Even though with the name Pink Pineapple, you think it would be a lot of pineapple, and you do definitely get the pineapple, but you definitely got a lot of the berries and the grapefruit. It was just an okay scent. Nothing too special. The strength and throw was about a 6.5. It did have a good burn though. It was actually very clean. Look at that. Quite impressive. It was a medium fast burner, so it didn't really soot very much. There is a little bit like right here, but not too bad at all. I did trim the wicks just a tiny bit before I burned it each time. Not a lot, just sort of trimmed off the little tiny bit of a mushroom head that it got. It got nice deep wax pulls. Really nice burn. I wish we could get this kind of burn on other scents, but I just wasn't in love with the scent. It was just okay, so I wouldn't repurchase it. But if you did love the scent, the burn was great. The next scent that I finished is Bath & Body Works Italy, which is cannoli and chocolate. This one is fresh made cannoli, dusting of sugar, and sweet milk chocolate. So this was confirmed by others to be a repackage of Slatkin s'mores that have been out years ago. I remember that there was more marshmallow in that s'mores scent, and I thought there was like a different kind of bakery note. But I'm not disputing because I don't have that scent to compare it side by side. I don't have the greatest scent memory. Nevertheless, I did really, really enjoy this scent. It was a milk chocolate kind of icing type of note, a little bit of a syrupy vibe as well. If you've ever made kind of special icing, you can take a swirl of like chocolate syrup and kind of swirl it on the icing, and then when you put it in your piping bag, it kind of comes piped out with this little dark swirl inside of it. And that's kind of what the chocolate note smelled like to me, was that. The bakery note did come across to me as sort of this lightly fried pastry, whether you call it a cannoli or a tart or just some kind of lightly fried bakery note. That I didn't get any molasses, I didn't get any honey, and that's what I would expect in like a graham cracker note to make this a true s'more scent. I have to say though, when it was burning, that fried aspect did sort of go away, and I got mostly the chocolate, the vanilla marshmallow, and the bakery note actually kind of took a back seat to those notes. It was a nice and strong Bath & Body Works scent, about a 7.5, 8 for the first half. It actually reduced in strength and throw the second half, and it was about a 6.5, 7 for the second half. Still fine, but you know, not as powerful the second half as it was the first half. This was a faster burning candle. You can see there is some soot here. So definitely keep your eye on it. Do not let it go any more than 3 to 4 hours at a time. I think I tried to keep this one about 3 hours. Definitely trim my wicks every time. It was probably a medium sooting candle. You can see there's a little bit of soot on the wax itself, but no puny wicks. It burned itself out. Just watch this one because it does burn hot and fast. Overall, I really enjoyed the scent. I would repurchase it. If you can still find it in your stores and you like chocolate scents, I would recommend it. It's really good. The next candle I finished is this old packaging of pineapple mango. The notes are luscious tree ripened mango and sweet tropical pineapple are complemented by crisp lotus and a hint of warm vanilla. This is from 2013, and I'm not sure exactly why I kept this for so long. I did burn it. I had started burning it back then, and then I just put it back on the shelf, and for some reason it just got carried over year after year. I don't even know why. I remember thinking this was really cute packaging, like the gold trim and those pineapples I thought was really kind of classic looking. So yeah, I don't know. This is a very classic scent, I would say. It's been around for years and years and years and years. They bring it back a lot. To me, this old version is actually slightly better than the most recent pineapple mangoes they've brought out. This one is sort of less sweet and artificial, and it's more of an authentic sort of juiciness that this one had. And I'm probably just splitting hairs here, but anyway, that's how I feel. You definitely get mango and pineapple. It's this sort of tropical drink vibe that you get from it. The strength and throw of this was about a 6. It had a fantastic burn. Look at that. As old as this candle is, but it had a fantastic burn. No issues at all. I mean, look at, not even any sooting really. It was amazing. Trimmed the wicks a little bit before I burned it, but not even that much. It was great. Like the wax even looks so clean, doesn't it? Wow. So yeah, finally finished it. Gonna get rid of it. You know, it's just time, right? The next candle I finished is Bath & Body Works Watermelon Ice. This is new for this summer. I think this packaging is so cute. Wraparound label, the little beach huts, super, super adorable. The notes on this are pink watermelon, crushed ice, watered cucumber, and sugar crystals. I really enjoyed this scent. This smelled like a cucumber infused water with chunks of watermelon. So if you've ever infused water, you know, you take slices of cucumber, you put it in the water, and then you can actually taste the cucumber in the water. And if you added a couple of watermelon chunks to that, it would be this really refreshing watermelon cucumber drink, and that's what I got. This was a very refreshing scent, a really nice change from the sweet watermelon lemonade. If you remove the lemonade from watermelon lemonade, you add the cucumber water, you dial down the sweetness of the watermelon, that's essentially what you get here. It definitely has an authentic, distinct cucumber note. If you've never smelled cucumber in wax or candles, I can see how that note would be a little confusing, but to me it smells like a crisp green cucumber. Really, really love it. I like cucumber scents in general anyway. The strength and throw was a 7.5, so your sort of very typical strength and throw that you expect from Bath & Body Works scents, and the burn was fine. There is a bit of sooting, as you can see there. It was a medium fast kind of burner. I did trim the wicks a little bit each time before I lit it. Not the initial burn though, just subsequent burns, and it burned itself out. No issues, no puny wicks, no problems. Really happy with this candle. I do have one backup, but I would get a couple more because it's, to me, a very nice, refreshing, perfect for the summer scent. The next candle I finished is Homeworx Citrus Garden Mint. The notes are Italian lemon, black tea, garden mint, sparkling grapefruit, and purple leaf basil. This is a very uplifting, zesty, clean, fresh scent. Perfect for warmer weather. You get the juicy lemon and zesty citrus, a refreshing mint, and the herbal notes, presumably from like the tea, the basil. It's very similar to Bath & Body Works Lemon Mint Leaf, which was an original Slatkin scent. If you don't like that Bath & Body Works Lemon Mint Leaf, then you wouldn't like this one because they are very, very similar. The strength and throw was about a 7, 7.5, very solid. Of course, as typical for Homeworx, a very great burn. This one actually was somewhat sooty. You can see there all around the rim. the darkness there, that's all soot. And I did kind of wipe it one time, but you can even see on my finger there's soot, which is not very typical for his scents. I mean, you get a little sooting, of course, as a candle, but normally I don't get that much sooting. Otherwise, though, there were no burn issues. You can see it burned itself out. I love the fact that his wicks do not move. They're very strong wick clips. They don't move around at all toward the end. It's just great. Excellent scent. The next candle I finished is Bath & Body Works Lemon Drops. This was from the Sweet Shop collection they brought out for semi-annual sale last year. Very, very cute label. This one is mouth-puckering mixture of sweet and tart is captured in this blend of fresh lemon zest, sugar crystals, and a hint of vanilla. This one smells exactly like the Lemon Heads candy. It's sort of a sweet, tart, candied lemon scent. It smells like lemon heads. It's not the same as limoncello. It's not like their other lemon scents. They're all the same in that they have lemon, but this is definitely a distinct candied lemon note. And I would say this has more sweetness than tartness. There is still a little bit of that puckering lemon note, but it is more sweet than it is tart. The strength and throw on this was only about a 5.5, which is okay when you compare it to like another candle company, but for Bath & Body Works, 5.5 is just an okay strength and throw, so it's kind of like eh. The burn was pretty good. I did stop trimming the wicks about halfway down because I started noticing what I consider like the early warning signs of puny wick syndrome. So I did stop trimming the wicks about the halfway mark. And then after that point, maybe about the third mark of the candle, there was this slight kerosene kind of plastic smell. If you've burned Bath & Body Works candles before and you've ever smelled that, you know exactly what I'm talking about. So the last couple of burns, I was kind of getting that like icky paraffin wax byproduct smell when all the fragrance oil is burned off and you get that just plain wax kind of smell. It's the best way I can describe it. Not good. Overall, the candle was okay for me. I wasn't in love with it. I mean, I love the packaging. I'm glad they brought the whole line back. But I did burn this back when they had brought it back originally, and I felt the same way about it then. It was just okay. I do have another one that I'll keep just for collection purposes, so I'll have all of these, but I wouldn't repurchase this scent. I finished the Bath & Body Works Banana Split Milkshake. This scent came out for a semi-annual sale. I absolutely love this packaging. It's just so cute to me. You know, it's not super fancy. It's just sort of pop art looking. I just love it. The notes of this scent are sweet banana, chocolate sauce, and cherry on top. As I mentioned in my Bath & Body Works semi-annual haul video, this smells like the banana fudge popsicle. You get this sort of artificial banana Laffy Taffy kind of banana candy kind of scent. And you do get this sort of fudgy chocolate that especially comes through when it's burning. You get a bit of a creaminess to it. I really like the scent itself. It's really just now reminds me of that banana fudge popsicle. It doesn't smell like a banana split because it's not called banana split. It's called banana split milkshake. So I expect that creaminess that does come through in this. Again, really, really nice scent. Unfortunately, the burn left a lot to be desired. So you can see all the residue on the sides here. Unfortunately, this scent from the very first burn started out with tiny, tiny wicks. The very first burn. I didn't trim the wicks before I burn it. I never trim my Bath & Body Works wicks before I burn it the first time. You don't need to. I know people are probably tired of me saying that, but consistently, if people still do that and they get puny wicks, and it's like, well, you trimmed your wicks too late. Anyway, I digress. Didn't trim my wicks, and I still got those tiny, tiny wicks from the very first burn. Don't trim your wicks for this candle at all, the entire burn of the candle. I never had to cotton ball this candle, but it struggled the entire burn. I had to let it burn well over 4 hours to even get a full wax pull. I would say probably 6 to 7 hours sometimes, just for it to kind of correct itself and fully pull out. But you can see with all that residue, like that's just where it struggled. It did eventually burn itself out, but I think because of the burn issues, because it really didn't get like a nice deep wax pull, the strength and throw was not that great. It was like a 4.5, maybe a 5 if I'm being generous. It didn't fill my master bedroom, and I never really have a problem with Bath & Body Works candles filling that space. The batch number for this one is M8A1. So I do have a couple more of these that I picked up at the semi-annual sale. I'm going to try another one just to see if this is a bad batch, quote unquote, or if this is just the way this candle is going to burn. I've heard other people say that they've had issues. I've heard other people say they've had no issues. So we'll see. I'll try another batch. I'm not going to give up on it because the scent's really, really nice. So it's just really such a shame that it had such a crappy burn. I can't say that I recommend the candle. I recommend the scent. If you're if you're a type of person who will get a Bath & Body Works candle and you'll chop up your candle or you'll pour it into molds or something like that with it, then you don't need to be concerned about the burn issues. But if you burn your candles like I do, then, you know, just be warned, you're probably going to have issues with it. So you'll probably see this in again. I'm going to try another one and see if I get different results. The next candle I finished is Homeworx Pineapple Colada. The notes of this candle are fresh pineapple, coconut milk, peach, Madagascar vanilla, and tangerine juice. Essentially, this came across as a really nice pina colada scent. I mean, that's sort of ultimately what it smelled like. You got this fresh, juicy pineapple. You got a lot of the creamy coconut, hints of citrus, a really nice scent, a really nice pina colada scent. So if you like pina colada scents, I think you'd love this one, but really nothing like too special. You know, there's only so many ways you can do pina colada. So the strength and throw is what, a 5.5, 6, so right at a little bit better than medium throw. It definitely was better for like my master bedroom than for my open concept living area. It's definitely a better bedroom kind of candle versus like a huge open living space. And as always, the burn was fantastic. This one also had a bit of sooting, not as much as the Garden Mint did, but I mean, you can see that's still, I would say, you know, light sooting all around. Nothing that I was overly concerned about. The burn itself was fantastic. This one actually pulled out pretty quickly, no puny wicks. I did enjoy this scent, but it's not a scent that I would like clamor to repurchase. The last candle I finished this month is Bath & Body Works Cherry Snow Cone. I really like the labels on these. It's like texture. They look like little Polaroid. And it has these white lids, which they're okay. I think it's a little bit too much white. Like, it'd be nice if there was a contrasting color here, but you know, it's cute, I think. The notes of cherry snow cone are sweet cherry syrup, vanilla shaved ice, and a hint of lime. When I originally smelled this, as I mentioned in my Bath & Body Works semi-annual sale haul, it smelled like an authentic cherry slushy. Like if you went to the 7-Eleven, you got a cherry slushy or a cherry icy. But as I was burning it, that sort of lime effervescent note does make itself known a bit more than on cold sniff, and then it really started smelling like a cherry Sprite to me. If you've ever gone to a restaurant or a movie theater that has those like Coca-Cola machines where you can choose your own flavors, so like it's like a mixology little Coca-Cola machine, like super fancy, I guess. You can get a regular Coke or you can get Sprite, but then you can add cherry or some other flavors to it. It smells like a Sprite mixed with cherry, like spot on. That's what I would say is exactly what this smells like. You definitely get that cherry syrup, that sort of very sweet, syrupy cherry note. To me, it does not smell like cough medicine. It's not gloppy and overly sweet or cloying. It's a nice sweet cherry scent without smelling cough syrup to me, especially when it's burning. And then I definitely get a bit of an effervescence, like a lime effervescent scent that does make itself known. So it has this bubbly vibe that reminds me of cherry Sprite. Really, really nice. Definitely a new scent in my opinion. The strength and throw is about a 7.5. Typical, what you would expect from Bath & Body Works strength and throw. It also had a good burn. No puny wicks. It did not struggle at all. It did have a fair amount of sooting. You can see around the edge here, you know, and you can see, look at my finger now. So a fair amount of sooting. It was a bit of a faster burner, so definitely keep an eye on it. I would say medium fast. I let it burn about, 3 hours at a time. I did trim the wicks before I relit it each time. Overall, I really, really enjoyed this scent. I'm glad I have backups. I would recommend it. Let me know if you burned it and what your thoughts are. And lastly, I did finish a box of Goose Creek's Tea Lights and Watermelon Patch. Goose Creek's tea lights are not my favorite. I prefer Yankees. They don't burn as consistently as Yankees, and I don't get as much strength and throw, but I think I got them for like $1 or something, so you really can't beat that. Okie dokie, that is it. That is all of the candles and wax that I melted and burned in June. Overall, a really great smelling month. I feel like I had just a lot of new scents and just great. Overall, great. Super happy with June. Super happy with it. Let me know in the comments below what you've been melting and burning this month. I always love to hear from you. Let me know if you burned or melted any of the scents that I talked about, what your thoughts were. Do you agree about banana split milkshake? Did you have burn issues with that candle, or did you have a good burn? I'd like to know kind of what my odds are going forward with that candle. Also, let me know your thoughts on watermelon ice. Heard a lot of kind of different and interesting thoughts out there on that candle, so I'd be interested to know what you thought of it. If you like this video or found it helpful, please give it a thumbs up. If you'd like to see other videos like this, please subscribe. I do a monthly detailed empties video every single month, and y'all seem to really enjoy those. I do have some vendor wax hauls coming up, the Bathing Garden, Bento Wax Company, and you can expect that I will be doing a fall haul as those things start rolling in. So if you haven't subscribed, please do so. I greatly appreciate it. Thank you all so much for watching and all of your support as always. I hope you all have a great rest of your day. Bye.